Hey folks, good evening. How are you all? Hey Morthen, Bjorn, Oni, Ink Physica, thank you for the resub, much appreciated. Music's so familiar, I can never place where it's from. The menu music is from Shadow Yards. Hey Makos. Hey Mark. Right. Load up. Hey Killzo Style. I am here now. I added a couple more mods as well over the weekend because someone pointed out that I actually didn't have Audio Plus running, so that was a mistake on my part. Killzo Style, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. My fellow Bravely Default fan. So I added Audio Plus so we get more cool music. The Disco Lamp mod, very important, yes. I also added Captain's Log, which I want to try out later on to help me remember stuff, because, you know, as you know, my memory is atrocious. Did I notice it in Physica Sub? I did. Did you notice me shouting out in Physica? I don't think you did. Wait, I thought it's Sunday. No, it's Monday. I hope you didn't miss a day of work. Have you successfully decompressed after Outer Wilds, or are you still recovering? That was such an awesome stream. Like, the Saturday stream was so good. All the Outer Wilds streams have been fantastic. All the Outer Wilds streams were so cool and so good. I can start putting up the VODs now because I finished the game. I don't get spoiled anymore, so I'm gonna start putting up the VODs this week, I think. I don't remember what I was doing, because I don't. We're in Galatia. What were we doing? Colony threats. There's a Lytic Path base there. There's a reward for it. We're doing story plot, right? We did that. Oh, we had the history there. That is cool, I do like this. My level's gone up. Fleets. I wonder what happened there. Oh, look at the fleet drop there. That was when you changed to the phase fleet to be able to drop stuff off. Story missions. Oh yes, we need to wait a week. You're right. We need to wait a week for plot stuff. Marines been kind of low. Colony sizes are growing nicely. The first colony, boom, and then the second colony, bam. There. Which is kind of cool. Oh yes, we also just had a growth, didn't we? We just had a growth. You just grew to 5. The Petroleum SKU's online, and cancel. You're online as well, which means that my doctrine includes still not great, still full of demods, but hopefully we'll get around that. I need to go back and install one of the nano forges. And we're earning money. We're earning money for commerce, aren't we? We need to get 450,000 to build commerce here. 450,000 for commerce. Yes. Commerce, and then when we finally hit colony size 6, we will have probably put farming there as well. If this was a the widespread ruins or whatever it was. Have you not modded a flag in yet? No, I have not modded a flag in yet. Triple Dooms in a patrol would be a great deterrent against pirates. Yep, it's full of flagship ships. It's double Dooms. No, I need to build commerce first. The hollow thing goes inside commerce, so this needs to get built first. But we are at profit, thankfully. Did we have? Oh, we stopped the Luddic Church investigation or whatever it was. They were going for after the Freeport. Hang on one sec. Get to move the mic there. So What are we doing? Exploration. Gates. Is there a gate? There's a gate in Baal. That's good to know. There's a gate in Baal. There's a gate over there in Morgoth. Gate in Aru. That's cool. So, if the plot ends up with the gate system active, which I'm assuming it will do, we're gonna have a nice easy journey there. Okay, right. It's like this is now like these are now Chekhov's gates at this point. Hostilities, military, local, story. Yeah, we're just waiting for this to finish at this point. We're just waiting a week for this to get done. And in a week, I kind of want to shop. I want to go shopping for a week, real briefly. Where's the best place to go shopping here? We can go shopping in Karis, I guess. See, there's a... Where is it? Colony threats to... There's a Lytic Path base there. It's worth money, and I can go shopping at it, so that works out for me. Can you get there in time? Hang on 1 second. We can get there, and as long as I can go shopping there, we should be fine. To get back as well. See, I say shopping, I mean raiding pirates. That kind of shopping. I mean the raiding pirates kind of shopping. The shopping where I don't spend money. You get a really nice episode of Stargate SG-1. In the middle of my backswing. That's always the line that jumps out to me. Missions. Yeah, so colony threats. You know where it is? It's in the Gualichu star system, so we don't know exactly where it is, but it's a Pather base. Holy hellfire! Oh god, this is literally the pirate station, isn't it? This is the pirate. Oh, for God's sake, really? I do not want to be fighting pirates here, but I will. I'll have to. I'm not sure if I'm not sure I trust my fleet yet. I was hoping to fly up into a war crime on you, but it's really not possible. I'm not sure my fleet is at the size where I trust it to be able to deal with this yet, so we're gonna just quickly disengage. Make a move. Make a move. Burn. Burn, Nemo, burn. Money! Money, money. Gotta love that money. Oof. Right. We are almost at the Lytic Path base. Where is the pirate base? It hasn't got a bounty on it though, so never mind. Half the fleet is Phaetons. Yeah, but historically, my fleet hasn't been good at dealing with that. Right. Pather base, please. I would like to find a Pather base. We must go shopping. Pather base? No, it's not going to be around there, is it? Maintain contact all you want.
It happened. Finally, the moment we have all dreamed about.
Hey, Non499, thank you for the Prime sub. Much appreciated. Where is this place? I gotta start. Hang on, how are we doing here? There's only 18 left. Is it going to be this place? It is. Huh. Fair play. Really good. Come on, people. I want to raid this place. Stand down, fleet. Stand down. You're standing down, fine. Because can I raid you at the moment? No, I need to, because there's this stuff here. I need you to just go away so I can raid you. Stand down, buddy. Oh, good. Thank you. Appreciate it. Any actual shopping to be done first before we even start the fun kind of shopping. Give me some Marines. Give me some Marines as well. How much to clean you out? Hang on. How much to clean you out here? 10,000 for that stuff. 2,000 there. Good. Military options. Shopping time. Give me some supplies. Want some fuel as well, so... Shopping time. Cool. Thank you. I'll wait a day and do this again. Hey, just carrier. Appreciate it. That mod list should have worked. I wonder why it didn't. I'm gonna quickly just tab out, make sure that mod list. Why did that mod list not work? Sorry about this, folks. Commands. Oh, it's on a massive cooldown. Okay, let's reduce the cooldown on that then. Cooldown on that's like 5 minutes. Right, I'll lower the cooldown to a minute. So that should be easier and more often. Dashboard, okay, that's fine. Good. Back we are. Defending ships are present. Okay, really? Run for my fleet, please. Run for my fleet. I need to raid you. I need to raid your home. Cool. Give me 600, 600. I'll take 600, 600. Thank you. Right. Just the station? Just the station. And it's a bunch of big ships. It's literally a station to worry about, nothing else. No, I have put a cap on the water drinking. I think it's 5 minutes between sips and 20 time cap on the stream. It's a 5-minute restock on hydrate. Because literally I was so sick after the last stream, I'm putting it that's in there. Yeah, someone just did it. So I will drink, but I'm not gonna get sick like I did last time. Because that was nasty. Come on, Doomy boy. Right. Come on, pop it. Right, one hangar module down. Stay just here on this, damn it, ablative armor. Curse you, ablative armor. The ablative armor is in the way of all my shots. Curse it. you been behaving yourself? You have! You beautiful thing, you! You've been doing exactly what I want you to do. You managed to hate yourself with your own mind, though. You managed to hate yourself with your own mind. Thank you, Doom. I literally just said something positive about you, and you hit your own mind. and he turns to look at me. At the very end, the ship just turns to face me like, boss, how did I do? It's like, you idiot. You complete fool. Curse the commentator. Hell yeah. Hey, Reflex. Ah, right, good. We did some nice shopping too. We got paid for it. You're gonna salvage some stuff out of this. Not much. Really? You wanna fight? You wanna have? Do you wanna go? Is that what you wanna do? You wanna go? I mean, if you wanna go, you can go. Neutral posture, okay. You wanna go, we can go. That's probably massive overkill. You don't need this much. You don't need this much. But that wasn't really a fight. That was just that wasn't a fight at all, to be honest. Huh. Why? It's a Buffalo Mark II. Facing up against the hill. It's not going to do anything. The AI is meant to be good at this sort of stuff, but sometimes I just get worried about it. Why swarmers? Because they're pretty good. The Locust is actually fairly decent, because it's so many missiles, it does do decent damage. It's also good for taking out fighter swarms and missile swarms. They're very good pressure missile. Ah! Alright, what's the situation over here? Let's see, why are you damaged? Because you're damaged because you hit your own mind. That's why you're damaged. Colossus retreated? Really? That's just shameful. Since I missed the first stream, is there anything you looked forward to? I looked forward to the story point system, which I'm loving. The story point system is really, really good. Needs tweaking, but as a baseline, it's fantastic. The stories, the new stories are also great. Ah. You know what? Chase it down. There you go. Ooh, roller. Come on, stop it in its tracks. There you go, stop it in its tracks. Come on, Claws. Pick its engines out. Ooh, beautifully done. So close. Overloaded. Getting closer. Yes, you legend. That's fast. That is a very fast ship now with your elite phase weapon. That's a very fast Doom. You can get things done if you try hard enough. Pursue them? Nah, can't be bothered. Harry the retreats. Ship recovery? No, we're good. Thank you. And that was actually a profit in supply numbers. New story's on point. New story's really good. Like the story edition is fantastic. people have already proved that the story templates can be easily moddable. You can create your own storylines fairly easily. That was a pun, was it? How was it a pun? I missed the pun. I feel bad for missing a pun now. I shouldn't miss puns. Break of salvage. Buffalo Mark II. What am I? A meme fleet? Story points, stories on point. Ah, I see, yes. Would we really miss ones? No, yes we would. Wordplay is great. People who don't like puns are people who aren't clever enough to come up with their own. Ooh, burn. There you go. I just shots fired right there. Shots fired right there. Puns are the lesser of two evils. Absolutely. Right. So. Oh, they finally added a bounty to that one, did they? They finally added a bounty to that one. Colony threats, just the disrupted cell, so... If they added a bounty to that one... I mean, bounty is a bounty, money is money is money is money, so... The Berith-Guyan dual system. Penny! Right, we got enough to build commerce, but I want to get a bit of a buffer, so I'm going to wait until... Once we've done that pirate base, we'll have over 500,000, at which point I'll start building commerce. Right, I also need to go dark. It's also one of the reasons I actually want to. One of the reasons if I respec, when I respec, I'm I'm thinking about removing navigation going for sensors because I travel at slow moving so often. So often that we're slow moving. Being able to slow move at burn 7 would be so much faster in hyperspace. We still on the spoiler. How, like, what level of sport are we going for here? You're gonna say, do all these things, go do this, and then I don't want that. Have I seen all the new things? No, I haven't. I'm not in as strict a spoiler ban, but I'm still my own person, and just because you say go do this doesn't mean I will. No, I know that. If you go to the sun, you can spend... People said ages ago, you go to the sun, you can spend 2 story points to make a stable point. That was mentioned a while back, I think. 5, dang. I thought it was 2. Oh, I like branching story, that's cool. I know that we had a mission just now to deliver Kanta's daughter or something, or one of the Kantas, a relation of Kanta's daughter. Could be hotfix to 5. Oh, that is expensive. And I need an alpha core. That's expensive for a thing. Beric with the raid! Where are we? Where are we supposed to be at? No.
We've already got warp clock and dagger. Okay.
What is that? Ooh! I haven't played Mordheim in ages.
Red and black.
I haven't played Mordheim in a long time. There's a Mordheim playthrough on my channel. Which we played, I think, did we do... I think we did Skaven. I think we did Skaven.
Okay.
On pirates. Where are the pirates?
We'll put you as red.
Right, hang on. Excuse me. Let me just. I need to find this. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna hack this real quick, just so I can have increased sensor radius here, and I want the actual speed as well. So let's hack this too. Right. Take the increased speed. Thank you very much. fleet over there. I think we found you. I think we found you. Oh, buddy, you're alone? Yay! Shopping time. Oh, and actual shopping time. Before we do this shopping, we'll do actual shopping. Because there's stuff for us to get rid of here. The metal can go away. I'm not paying you taxes. Go away. Those can go away. Those can go away. Those can go away. That can go away. That can go away. That can go away. 20k worth. Anything you want to grab here? What level are we at? We're at 43. Give me some Marines. Give me more Marines. Anything you want to pick up in here? I doubt it very much, but just in case. Honestly, you have your selection of good ships here. Tell you no lies, you have your selection of good ships here. More time. I don't know why somebody clipped that. I think I even deleted it. But it keeps pulling stuff I've trimmed. Yay! It's annoying. The only way it's clipped that is because the only way it's being shown is if it had more than one view. So someone has seen that before. I love Marines. Yeah, I'm never going to have that many in Almana. I'm not going to run with a massive fleet full of capitals. I don't... Yeah, me when I was trimming. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Like, I can tell, like, right now, like, Null Mana, you and I have very different ways of playing this game. Like, very different ways of playing this game. So I don't think I'm ever going to play it to what you do with it. Are we still shopping? Or has it passed? Yeah, we can still shop here. Good. We good? I don't need to shop as often. Let's just attack the damn thing. We did shopping. We're pretty full enough as it is. Let's bring you in there. Let's bring you in as well. Let's bring in the top line. How about that? We're bringing the top line. I don't think the Medusa's had a fair shake yet, so... Are we getting ready to... And the shots, put the shots in. I always laugh so hard when they put a bloody... They put makeshift shield generator on anything, to be honest. I overloaded as well, but hey. No one's going to capitalize on it. That's an overloaded station about to die, and no one's going to capitalize on it. Please! So close. Thank you. The last harpoon. Appreciate it, buddy. Sabos away. Good. Harpoon barrage, Kopesh barrages. Good. We'll station down. Go ahead, and what's left? Shepherd and a Colossus. Hound retreated. looks like. Well done, you. You know what? Every once in a while, you do redeem yourself, do you? Every once in a while, you do redeem yourself. Is the shepherd still alive? Technically. Thank you. Makes my life a lot easier. A single hound ran away. I don't particularly care for it. We got paid money. Money, money, money. Right, we're gonna hit, and we're gonna hit F. No, you're gonna hit D. That's what we want to hit D. Usadaken. No, not Usadaken, sorry. Kusa, bring your commerce online, please. Bring commerce online. Wasn't it only to Starsector not fly his own ships? A carrier only run. A carrier only run is an interesting run because carriers are super strong. What was it I saw the other day? I think it was over the weekend. I watched a video of someone who basically built a Civ. Was it Civ 6 or was it Civ 5? I think it was Civ 5 because there weren't districts being built. Map where they basically had, I think it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or maybe 8. Maybe it was an octagon of 8 civilizations in a very small area. Like they couldn't leave this area. It was like surrounded by impassable mountains, and they basically started with their culture borders already at each other, just to see what would happen if full AI just let the control and see what happens. It's really kind of cool to see how the AI operates in the circumstances, because obviously one thing has got to win, but all the AI has the same stuff, so it was fun. I think the Celts won. I think the Japanese broke off and took the central island, then the Celts won after a long time. F7, not F7, just regular 7. Commerce does count as industry, I'm afraid. It would be, if commerce didn't count as industry, it would be so strong. Industry just means anything that can make a large amount of money. It's, for example, I believe that if I go to this, I can't upgrade this because the military base produces marines and therefore counts as an industry. I can't actually upgrade this, so that could be something we have to do either here. I guess I don't have a. I guess if this place ever reaches size 6, we can put it. We can put the patrol HQ here and upgrade it to a military base. If it ever gets that far. Oh, this might be the return pirate fleet. How are we doing? We're doing okay. Is this the return pirate fleet? Yeah, this is the return pirate fleet. Money. Medium beacon. Come on, buddy. Come on. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's do this nonsense. Quick hiding AI controlled systems. Now we're going to fight this out, I think. I want to try this out. Okay, we're going to put a defend order here and defend order here. We have sensor superiority for the moment, but they're going to get it the second they capture that. That's a 5% swing. Once you start popping frigates, I'll start bringing, like, the Griffin needs to come in and stuff like that. Honestly, I probably should have brought the Griffin rather than the Apogee, but we'll see how it works out in the long run. Yeah, my sense, like, I'm less worried about. So it's like, if it's something like, go do this place, go do this thing, do this, do that, do this, do that. I'm not keen on that. But just talking about stuff that's in the game, I don't mind that too much. Like, I will be looking for stuff anyway, so unless it's something I'm gonna obviously miss, like the stable point thing was something that, as far as I can tell, nothing mentions it. And it's something I would not have known whatsoever if they didn't tell me about it. Oh, come on, damn it. 23 is enough to get the UN. I can bring the salvage ring in too, just in case I want a salvage rig. Oof, that was close.
Another volunteer.
Hey, Clippy.tv, thank you for the follow, hey. Clippy is the service I use that does the shoutouts now. It's the new shoutout service. Dodge the squall. Okay. I'm gonna be a little too far from center right now. I wanna finish you off. Come on. Pop. If it needs popping, pop it. Good. Right, what do we got? Okay. How much focus can you give this thing now? Good. It's got, I mean, they've got a glass jaw, so what I want to do is make sure this thing dies. Good. It's one Atlas down. Alright, get the other one. Good. Second gun out. Venture retreated. I think they only had 3 Atlases, so if they kill the 3rd Atlas, it'll be a lot better. Yeah. Apogee missiles out. Let's get out to kill the carriers as well. They have so many ships, my deployment points haven't actually gone up at all. Thank you over there. Good ablative armor usage there. Ooh, nicely done on that kite. Oh, there's an enemy apogee. Did I sell the pirates high tech at some point? Sneaky so-and-so. Enjoy locusts. Cute. You down. Engage that. Engage that. Engage that. So far, I'm sure I have. It's just there's not a common. They're not a common ship for pirates to use. You're back again. Here, have more missiles. There you go. Much nicer, much better. Much better. Good. And the Apogee's still alive. How are the deployment boys still skewed away from us? They've almost left. How do they still have a skewed deployment? Ow. Lowered my shield a bit too soon there, but locusts on armor do nothing. Maybe capped? Water for the water god. Seaweed for the seaweed throne. Let's watch this happen. Oop, hang on. Never mind, you got it anyway. Well done. That's everything? It's everything enough. It's everything enough. Pursue, second in command, you deal with it. Take the second line. And the wolf. Cool. Ship recovery? Not particularly. Bunch of stuff. Bunch of stuff. Drop most of that metal off. Good. Ooh, nice squall. Hephaestus. A couple more locusts. Good. What are you on demods, by the by? Speaking of demods. Oh, you're clear as well. Oh, are we clear of demods again? We are clear of demods again. Oh. Right, so where are we heading? Heading home for the time being. It'll take a while for us to get there, but we're heading home. Hang on. Yeah, I need to go to the files and increase that a bit. 400 is a little bit low for my tastes. Did Alex ever give a reason why he lowered the battle size to 400? I didn't actually read any. I mean, it was probably one of the blog posts. I just don't remember it. HMI's kamikaze system is a delicious early start. $1.5k DP cap. Right, we done? We're done. Okay, we can leave. We're out of that storm at least. Dang it. Really? Sure. Why not? I need an ox. Can I build an ox? I can build stuff now. Can I build an ox? I can build an ox. Build me an ox, please. Building gathering point in Kusa. Yeah, please. Build me an ox. Build me an ox. Build me a phantom. Oh, damn it. We're just... That's not true. This, if we manage to put in the... If we put the nano forge in, that should be fine. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Running dark just makes it's the same thing as Spontaneous, because to go dark you have to it forces the fleet to move slowly. It says it right there. Forces the fleet to move slowly. So it's the closest thing you have to a toggle. But it means you can't toggle it with transponder on. It forces you to turn to everything else. Space class are angry today. Space class are always angry. I've never known space class to be not angry at all. It's always in my path as well. Always in my path. Like, completely fine over here. Completely fine over here. It's just... Son of a... Ah, my god, the pirates are doing it again. We're gonna start looking for neighboring... We're gonna start looking at neighboring systems for a pirate base. Well, we've got nothing else to do at the moment. I was expecting a pop in my intel, but I don't think we're gonna get one. I think we just have to go back and say hi. I was expecting an intel pop. Yeah, I do have a level. I think I keep wondering where to put it. I'm not sure where to put it at the moment. I need to put it somewhere. If I put it there, it can't be respec, but that's going to be so helpful. Both of these are permanent as well. I mean, you can go there to get some more money. That's not... I'm not interested in that. I'm still trying to figure out where to put this point. I don't know, is the answer to that question. I just do not know. Because I'm planning on eliting? Good point. You don't get elite points back, do you? Specifically, you do not get elite points back if you reassign the skill. That's going to stay there. I might go for sensors at some point. I might, if I respec, I think I'll swap into sensors. We travel slow enough that sensors is helpful. When did we get neutrino detector, by the way? Do you get neutrino detector as part of the plot as well? Okay, I thought so. They didn't make as much of a hullabaloo about it as they made about transverse jump. Also because I didn't have it already. Well, it's gonna be short-lived because at some point we're just gonna reskill. So, yeah, I guess so. We can reskill out of it. We can just try out new ships at some point. Right. I'm gonna start searching here. I'm gonna search Gamma, Epsilon, and Alpha before we go into Delta Surgana. Well, I might search these four first, just see if you can find the bloody pirate base. How many colonies? I've got 2 colonies, buddy. Yeah, transverse comes later on in the story. So, like, in my next playthrough thoughts, for example, when I get around doing the next playthrough, I think I would still pick this first, just because having transverse jump is just that extra useful. When you have it story-wise, you can train out of it at that point because you don't need the skill you don't need the skill point there to get the transverse warp skill. Then it's less relevant. I think the utility of just having transverse warp is worth putting a point there early game, especially because if you're doing the plot, you get neutrino detector first. It's that simple. You get neutrino detector first anyway, so I totally forgot to check. I was busy talking. I didn't actually check the other things. Well, I'll see if the base, if they say anything at the base. Where's Kusa? Kusa, big Kusa. See if there's a bar that says anything there. Yeah, I've got a mining world and a heavy industry world, but they're not the same world. My Terran world is my mining world because it's a crazily good mining world. This is an insanely good mining world. Let's drop all this stuff off here. Anything else I need to drop here? Metal can drop here as well. Is that for the Ox? Is that just the thing as well? Oh, we got a Phantom as well. Nice. Oh, you built the Phantom first. Interesting. The gridded dry field, that's fine. You don't need that. It's gonna get fixed anyway, but you're fast enough. That doesn't make a difference. So we got you. So we have an additional 200 Marines worth. Efficiency overhaul, auxiliary fuel tanks. That's fine, I think. You get no weapons, do you? Nope, you get no weapons. That's fantastically fine. That's perfectly fine. Phase field. Increases my sensor profile reduction. Healthcare machinery means lowers CR, but yeah, who cares? And advanced ground support, that'll be helpful. Yeah, if you don't have an nanoforge installed, it'll start doing that with that, which means I do actually require, good point, one of the reasons we are here. Where's the nanoforge? I know it's not a pristine one, it's just a corrupted one, but make use of that. Right. Let us travel to Salaken to install it. Do you mean the ultra-rich ores and trust bonus? Yep. And also organics. It also has organics as well. Put that in there. Assign item. Oh yes, I need to give myself a core as well. To go get myself a core. Needed to deal with another base as well, because bloody pathers everywhere. Right, so where's the couple of cores? Am I out of cores? I think I'm out of cores. No. It's only a gamma core, but it'll have to do for now. Install item that. Install AI core. That. You require anything? That doesn't even change anything. That doesn't even change anything. Good. Yeah, because I remember you can put items as soon as it starts. So when it's done, it'll when it's done, I'm looking forward to seeing how it's going to happen here. So it should increase by what, 30,000 a month. Bar. Pather. After a minute or two of waiting in the alley, the door opens and a Pather walks out. I know who you are, he says. I need your help. If they find out what I've done, let's say my future with the path is likely to be a short one. So how about this? You arrange a new identity for me and I shall tell you where the base supplying the Pather cells at this colony is located. Yeah, sure. Thanks. Pirate raids. To catch the attention of the woman who is so angered by the pirate activity, blah blah blah. Where is the pirate base? Along with a few concerns, I put together a fund for a bounty for all pirate fleets in or near the Amox star system 29 light years away. Baser. Thank you. Pirate base discovered. That's exactly what I wanted. Where's the pirate base? Oh, really? Come on. Bloody Pathers. In Baal, okay. We'll sort that out. Anyway, let's go ahead and drop off the we'll drop off the core here as well. Yeah, so let's see, we can move. That's got keep. Yeah, so let's lower that. Put that there. Put that there. Lowers the, yeah, that's fine. So everything's okay here. Everything's fine over here. Okay. That would take 300,000. Okay. Right. Head back to Kusa, drop stuff off, pick stuff up, go deal with the pirates. And also see if we can start meeting, see if we can go fight some redacted. Still no plan for the monster drill? Not really. Like, I'd love to put it here, but I can't. Like, I want to find a good planet for the monster drill. Like, this thing, I'm dying to put it somewhere. Like, if this wasn't a habitable planet, it would be on this place so fast. Like, how insane would this place be? Anything? Let's drop this off. How long until you done? 31 days. Okie dokie. Okay. Mining. Commerce. This Does this do anything? Yes, it does. The alpha core in there as well. That should be nice. The pirate base, the pirate bounty is 29 light years away. Where's the Amol system, do we think? Amol, 29 light years. Okay, it's about this range away. Metakasambi, Utopia, Amox, it's over here. Oh, it's this base. Where is it? It's the base, it's that base over there. It's that base over there. Frankly, I'm more interested about this base right now. Because we can go, that's high. We're gonna bail, deal with this base. Then we'll pop our head in the high one, see if we can find anything scary there. Picket fleet with a single doom. Picket fleets. Please, people, I've got a thing now. Surely you can have some less. You got fewer demods now. Good. That's probably why, because phase shift is super high at the moment. Do that. That works out for me. I still like the ability. Like, my fleet is just known for having Doom fleets wandering around the place. Bail. Did I use Unknown Skies in the past? I can't recall. I know of it, but I don't think I ever put it in. Captain's log? Basically, it lets me do this. Hang on.
You can, yeah, multiplayer is...
A Shogun!
Oh, watch it.
So, Captain's log, hello. So if I go here...
Down to 1/3 health.
Hello! You can start putting stuff. You can just start putting stuff into the console notes. You can say where you were, and it says like, okay, so like colonize this planet or check this out before. That wasn't Stellaris. Hey, Shogun. Alright, where is this Barrett base? That's the Ox. Oh my god, really? Okay. Some minor shopping here, just clearing out stuff I might want in the future. Thank you. Then you get me that as well. Anything over here I want? Not particularly. Right, shopping time. Yeah, good. Select. Launch raid. Get the spoils. Thank you. Appreciate that. Advanced memory. Hey. Right, anyway, let's get rid of this place so it stops bothering me. Probably overkill. but I'm not in the mood to fight. I'm not in the mood to just play fair right now. They're raiding my base. They're raiding my systems. Mine is just good PD. Oh my god, it doesn't even have a gun. Oh Jesus. I just feel bad for this place. Good. Next. Come on. Get over here. Get over here. I watched the Mortal Kombat movie. And the best thing I can come up with is that it feels like it's an edited down version of a stream series. Like, I didn't mind it, but it does feel like it wanted to be a Netflix series and just didn't get the permission to be one. I genuinely, I wasn't sure I was gonna like the, Jesus Christ, mines. I wasn't sure I was gonna like the addition of Cole, but Cole was pretty good. I didn't mind Cole, actually. It took me a long time to realize where I'd seen them before. There were loads of characters in that game, in that movie, where we're like, oh, the actors was like, oh, that's what they're from. I mean, Cole was like Shatterstar in Deadpool 2 and stuff like that, and had done loads of work, actually. The guy who plays Cole has done a lot of stuff and things I've enjoyed. The Doom just dabbed. That's what it's for. It's what it's for. Ship recovery, I really don't care. There's nothing you want that I have. Nothing you have that I want. Good. Activity over. Hurrah! Right. Or someone gets antsy about it. Oh look, it's the Quantum Moon. I've never forgiven J.J. Abrams for making Lost because most of our modern Netflix series are all made the same way. I never watched Lost. I genuinely never watched Lost. I never got into it. Loads of people, my friends at the time, did. I never got into Lost. I don't think I've actually sat down and watched a single episode of it. And I've never felt the need to either. Stop it there, Dark Bramble, somewhere. I wasn't sure it was gonna Jesus. Lost. I didn't watch Dexter either, although I hear Dexter was much better. Lost was the king of terrible until Game of Thrones. I didn't watch the last 2 or 3 seasons of Game of Thrones. That's a lie. I think I may have watched to the end of season 3 or 4. Then I just kind of I mean, there's stuff that I would have stuff that I think happens before the last season that I probably would have enjoyed seeing, but never would. Okay, how big are we on Game of Thrones spoilers, chat? How big are we on Game of Thrones spoilers? That's the big question. I personally don't care, but if there's anyone in chat who does care, it's a bit harsh. Yeah, couldn't care less. Those people couldn't care less. Cool. Like, I kind of lost interest in Game of Thrones after they killed Oberyn. After like the Mount and Oberyn fight, I was like, really? I could not care less anymore. Like if you're gonna have this massive thing and just do that at the end of it, screw it. Absolutely. Like, I could not give a crap. Like, I genuinely don't think that Martin like respects his readers in the slightest. In the slightest. Does not give a crap. So it's like, you know what? If you don't give a crap, neither do I. And he's probably going to pass away before it's done as well, so, you know, hurrah. How much money are you actually making here? Actually, a good point. Hang on 1 second. Help. Give me all of this stuff. Everything here. What else are we going to grab here? We're going to grab that stuff, that stuff, that stuff, that stuff, that stuff, that stuff there, that stuff there, that stuff there, that stuff there, that stuff there. Single needlers, yeah, whatever, don't care. There. And anything wanted, a bunch of the talons we can take as well. Huh? Am I not supposed to have a black market? I don't need a helmet, so the guy who needed a helmet badly. No one goes, boo. I wanted to give all these to the pirates, but fine. Money. Also, it's a mystery show, but the thing is, there was no mystery. JJ kept making it up as he went along. He kept promising there was some kind of satisfying conclusion coming up, but anytime it seemed like he was going on. People who didn't get Stellaris updates, this wholesome. To people who didn't get the Stellaris update joke in the keep this wholesome, this goes. That is such a clumsy name for a channel. It really is. What do we actually have for sale here? Crap. Damn it. What I do want actually is I want my bloody ox. Where's my bloody ox? Yoink. Because if you do what I think you do, where are you, buddy? Drive yield stabilize. Yes, okay, so increases the maximum burn by 1. So what can we add for you? Good. At least we're back up to burn 8 now. Well, Brandon Sanderson finished TWOT. What is TWOT? Oh, the Wheel of Time, right. I never read the Wheel of Time. I have never read it. It's one of those things like I want to read, and I think a friend of mine gave me the very first book, but it's so massively thick, I haven't got the time to sit down and read something like that anymore. I just haven't got the time to sit down and read something that big. Ecum Bokum. Ecum Bokum. So I'm looking forward to the series. Did I ever read them? No, I did not. I don't even know who that's by. I spent a lot of my, I was gonna say childhood, but screw it. Still my favorite author to this day is Terry Pratchett. Terry Pratchett is still my favorite author to this day, and that'll never change. I'll tell you that right now. Why do you do this to me? I finally got an urge to play RimWorld after like a week. I finally started laying plans for it. First with my throne, and then I see I got a notification saying you're playing Starsector, and I lose the urge to play. You mean RimWorld? I haven't read a lot of Patrick Rothfuss stuff. I'm kind of wondering if I should. I am honored, Skypion, that you think I am worthy of interrupting your RimWorld playthrough before. I am genuinely honored. I don't need anymore. Colony threats? Yes. Screw it, plot time. Usadaken can live with that for a bit. Glacier. I'm not forgetting anything, right? We got this stuff here. I don't need anything else from here. We got all the ships I need. Got everything here. It's not entirely necessarily true. Fury. The Fury. You join us, the Fury. Right. I'm gonna set this up first. Once I finish setting this up, I'm gonna pull out a name, just in case people want to put in a name at the last minute. Okay, so how do you want me to set this up? What is your default for setting this up? That is a nightmare, and I do not like it. Jesus Christ, really? Really? That is the most eclectic mismatch of weapons I have ever seen, and I don't like it. My point was every show now has to be rich from Jesus, Mr. Mind. Yeah, I get the feeling like if a show is mysterious just to be mysterious, and it feels like it's changing stuff every time just to like, oh, you don't know what's happening anymore. It's like, screw off. Like, respect my ability to figure things out. Name the Wind is good, but Patrick is like Martin will never finish. That's what I'm going to give you. Hang on, what do we actually have here? A bunch of small energies. This is for PD, I assume. PD. Give me some generalized PD here. On the front. No, don't build in. Give me an ITU first of all. You're a ship. If you're a ship, you require an ITU. That's kind of just default. Excel hardpoints. What level are we operating at? We're operating at 500 range, give or take. Jeez. Hey, Mr. Viewer 12, thank you for following. Or salty overrides. Salty overrides. See, I'm never. I'm not a huge.
It happened.
Salty override
Finally,
person.
the moment we have all dreamed about.
Dorio's donated £1.44. I am the legate of the Legion. Legate. More like legate some bitches.
What the fuck? Thank you, Darius, for the donation, much appreciated. What? I'm missing something there, but sure. I'd say Rothfuss is better community. Fair. I only know Rothfuss because of things like D&D and Rothfuss's association with like D&D events and stuff. That's where I mainly know Rothfuss from. Like Acquisitions Incorporated and stuff like that. I just need 2 mediums now. I need a medium missile as well. Sabo up. That's not much left is left over, is there? No. No, there is not. Couple of pulses, maybe? Can I get a... I need a 10 for a pulse. I need 7. 7. Now with music. Two pulse laser, 2 ion cannon, 1 Sabo pod, 4 P lasers, nice pew pew loadout for this. Yeah, that's kind of what I was going for. That's kind of what I was going for. But I need 7 more points for this, and I don't want to get rid of any of this. So I'm gonna build in the hardened shields. Thank you. Give me pulse, and give me a bit of flux as well. Yeah. Because everything has roughly the same range. I mean, the iron cannon is a bit closer range than anything else, but it should be fine. Fine, good. Right, let's name you. Pick a name from the list. I really wish you could keep the sound going when you tabbed out, but that is not the case. Right. Pick a random user. What do we got? Hey! Your day has come. But you're sleeping in it 55 times. The new day since my fear is not the decent 55. Right, then put you up at the top with your friends. We've reached cruiser fleet time. Like, we were at cruiser fleet time for a while now, but we're definitely cruiser fleet time now. Repair up. Anything dropping off? Nope, we're good. Cool. It normally doesn't get smacked by salamanders. I still like having a burst PD at the back. It's helpful. I know I said I was going to go after... We'll swing by Ashtoreth on the way there. See if we can find some remnant there. Okay, a side question, and I'm not sure if this will ever get seen on a recording or in stream or anything, but this is an aside question. If you were building the remnant in Stellaris, how would you go about it, civics-wise? If you were building the remnant in Stellaris, how would you go about it? I do like that you have a varied fleet, especially after looking at fleet comp pictures. I don't have a fleet comp, I have the ships I get. Which is Rogue Servitor again? Is Rogue Servitor the one that has a backup species? There's like the three flavors of AI. Well, there's technically there's four flavors of AI, because there's AI that doesn't have a flavor, which is perfectly viable. Then you have like the Borg. You have the Borg, you have the nanobots, and then you have the rogue and the killers. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't think remnants are exterminators. I don't think the remnant are. The remnant are just looking for Omega, and you happen to not be Omega. They just don't like anything that's not an AI. But they're not necessarily an exterminator fleet. Because I think the cop-out would be going, yeah, they're just driven exterminators, fine, whatever. But I don't think that's accurate for them. Well, they're basically terraformer machines, though they're evolved terraformer machines that don't have anything to do anymore. I guess they were like working from there. But is Servitor the one that has to have a secondary species? The biotrophies. Yeah, because I'm not sure what I would do for the biotrophies. Just put a bunch of Tritachyon corporations. I guess that's not too bad. Have the remnant as your main species, and have the Tritachyon as the biotropic species. Hey, Rabarberslavs. Been a while. Yeah, the remnants aren't technically genocidal. They're just like looking for Omega, and if you're not Omega, they get annoyed. How dare you not be Omega? Let's bring you. Let's have a look at you. Are you still demoted to hell and back? Yeah, you are. Possibly not with your demoted state. We'll bring you. We'll bring you. We'll bring you. We'll bring you. We'll bring one of the carriers. Doesn't have to be the bigger one. Yeah, and next changes the feel of them somewhat, just so they are doing that, I suppose. Never, I don't account mods for like fluff and anything. Very bold. Right. Come on, El Brillante. Look, brilliant. Either shields up or shields down. It's your choice. Either way, you're in trouble. that everything? That's everything. Good. Right. Oh, hello. That's a good initial find there. Very basic brilliant. I'll take a very basic brilliant. Although I require a core for you, don't I? I require a core to pilot you. You're basically angering them because they're wasting processing power compute the fact that you are existing sensor range. The only it does the hill being auto firing is that the AI isn't good at sneaky past. Nah, it's not necessarily doing that. Cores I thought they had to be I thought they had to be cored to pilot. Is it not? Is it actually just a viable part of the fleet now? The automated ship does not require and cannot take any human crew. Automated ships require specialized equipment and fleet lacking these, they're virtually useless. Their maximum combat readiness is being reduced by 100%. Okay, so if I don't have the skill, they don't have any CR, which makes total sense. Does that mean you can give them CR if you manage to somehow get the CR above 100%? Like they'll start with very low CR, but is that feasible? All you are is essentially a carrier for some flash bombers now, which I'm not opposed to at all. It's not possible to get 100%. Ah, boo. Again. In case, maybe. No. Right. Cryovolcanics. Is this Hyper Shunt world? I can't remember. No, which is the Hyper Shunts? Archibald Star's Hyper Shunt. Hang on. Hyper Shunt is here. And is it Bal's Hyper Shunt as well? No. It was something else, wasn't it? It was... Inturaya? Yeah. They're right next to each other. The two Hyper Shunt worlds are like right next to each other. We'll travel to that one. Anything else along the way we can hit. That's a guaranteed drop, right? If I remember correctly from like from looking in the notes, it's apparently a Nexus is a guaranteed drop. Not necessarily for an Alpha core, but it's a guaranteed core drop. Although it is correct, it is basically the source of the farm. It is basically the source of the farm. They won't spawn anything else here. What have we got at the moment? Let's have a gander. You are not very well equipped at the moment, to be honest. You get an upgrade between good? Well, let's find out. We'll quick save. See how it plays out. We quick save, so let's have a go. What do we actually got? What have we got on you? I see. Damn it! It's kind of hard to mouse over. Autopulse, hangar score, hill. Can't tell what that is. Possible Gauss cannon, squall. So these are all the same squalls. Autopulses. Can't tell what's on that side. Too close. But anyway, let's see what happens. Because I'm a little bit terrified, I am very, very wary of stuff like this. Oh, that's cool. Don't bring the doom. Oh yeah, you haven't got shields. Leave, please. Oh, it was a ghost cannon. Okay, so what do we actually got? What else did you have there that I was looking at? Too far away to see. Quick print, I've got a moment. The armor down. Armor down. Thanks, my ablative friend. Really? Come on. Apogee's taking a lot of damage. Apogee will go down here, I think. Right, station hanger down. Okay, and you. Yay. Cool. There are next events which most don't. Can't pog. Pog is illegal. How is the champion? The champion's lovely. I really like it. I really like it. It is an alpha core. I am keeping the alpha core. I need to. You're keeping the alpha core. I can't not keep an alpha core. Come on. And salvaging. Cool. Anyway, let's carry on with plot. We got ourselves. I'm assuming I can't give you the cores, right? Doesn't count towards my officers. Intriguing. So what do you actually have? Elite helmsmanship, elite target analysis, elite impact mitigation, elite shield modulation, elite gunnery implants, elite damage control, and elite reliability. Holy hellfire. Oh my god, Automon just grabs that. You can freely customize your skills. So what does fully change skills? Huh, interesting. What does this do? Fully integrate the AI core into the ship, giving improved access to all subsystems. Increase the AI core's level by 1 and grants it an additional skill. Cannot be removed by any means short of scuttling the ship. But scuttling the ship means I get it back. Interesting. I'm not going to do it now because what do we want? What do we want on this thing? You technically have okay. I think that's gunnery implants. Helpful, yes. What is your subsystem actually? Flare launcher. You don't need this. You do not need. You do not need, what's it called? They don't get systems over there. Systems. You don't need that. Definitely not. Missile spec. Not really. You only have a single medium point. That is what target analysis. Yes. Point defense. No. Impact mitigation. Range spec. What is it? What is your default PPT? Your default PPT is like massively long. Never mind. You don't need that. There's a 0 chance it'll not let you scuttle it. Let's think about the skills you can adjust them for loadout. Hang on, let's have a quick game. Let's have a look at the skill first of all. The total automated ship points are equal to the deployment recovery cost of all automated ships plus extra points for installed cores. So I can put a gamma core in this thing and be fine. So how much do we get for an alpha core? If you put the alpha core in you, what does that mean for you? 86 CR is fine. 86 CR is not a problem at all. Where did it refit? You know, I've got auto pulse laser there. Have I got stuff here? I need a place to load up on this stuff. Anyway, we'll carry it around with us. If you get a chance to repair, we will do so. To refit, I mean. I want to carry on with plot before we end up today. No, I haven't integrated the core yet. The core is still not integrated. It's there, but I can still remove it. Alpha cores are fearless. They fight even more recklessly than a reckless officer. Cool. Does it say that anywhere? Fearless. Because I can still remove it. That's not a problem. I haven't integrated it yet. So I'm putting it there because I might as well put it there rather than carrying it around with me. I just... No, I'm doing right. That's marked the wrong place. So what degeneracy are you up to today? This sort, Oni. This sort. This kind of degeneracy is what we're doing today. Surely I must be like, I can't...
Dancing on rainbows, pink fluffy unicorns, dancing on rainbows. Pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows. Pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows.
Wouldn't that core be more useful for the colonies? Sure, but I'm not there right now, so might as well put it in the ship. I can take it out when I get back. I mean, surely nothing should, no hegemony should even let me dock with that thing in my fleet. As your fleet follows the automated instructions of local traffic control into parking orbit, your comms officer calls for your attention. Captain, your comms officer says, it's an academician Sebastian. Just one of them. It's a singular academician Sebastian. He'd like to speak with you. Why un? Academician Sebastian appears, fidgeting in your display. Captain! Hello, how are you? He says, then stammers. I'm sorry, I'm supposed to ask you. Provost Baird would like to meet with you concerning a very important development. If you would please come meet her as soon as, at your convenience, that'd be wonderful. He pauses for breath. That's it. I'm sure we'll see you soon. Thank you. Bye. I love him. He is husbando. You managed to close the comms link with an unusually little small talk from Sebastian. It's a Buffalo Mark III. Yeah, no worries. No worries. The stark white hulls of Galatia Academy Station, blah, 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 blah. Inform the agent that the provost is expecting you for a meeting. Oh, the junior academy agent raises their eyebrows at you, making we've seen this before. Basically, it's basically the box standard chat of meeting to Provost Baird. You went to the provost's office once more. Baird's desk is messier than usual, covered in memory cases, interfacing devices, and an anonymous matte grey case. Good. Now that you're here, I believe Gargoyle should be joining us via comms. Baird's eyes flick, annoyed, to a portable holocomms unit on her desk, where an image of the hacker's head is intently paying attention to something else. Baird turns fully towards you and begins her speech. Having examined the decrypted Calicor archive, this catches Gargoyle's attention. We now have a hard leads on certain collaborations my predecessor carried out with senior executives of the Tritachyon Corporation. Tritachyon pursued research forbidden by the hegemony on a location outside the core worlds, referred to only by the codename Alpha Site. The archived communications have been algorithmically stripped of contextual descriptions. However, Baird pauses, seeming to relish the moment of knowing something that you do not. Just wait it out. There are many signs that an individual with the surname Astraea is involved. We are almost certain is. Gargoyle interrupts. Khalees Astraea, former weapons engineer employed at the Kulan Starforge in the High Result system by Tritach, and rather underpaid in the light of how essential the suits seem to have thought she was to the project. Baird sets her jaw. Thank you, Gargoyle, she says. Kindly elaborate for the captain here. The hacker grins. Love to. So TT fired Khalees over some incident, but if you look at her credit records, a couple of taps in a display filled with numbers, tables and numbers, there are recurring payments. We're talking massive credits, something to do with Project Ziggurat, whatever that is. It sure makes up for her low salary at Kalan, and using one hand to slide the volume control of the holocom unit down low, Baird keeps her gaze on you and says, we think Khalees Astraea was promoted to this Alpha Site. Obviously there are others involved, but she's a senior ordnance engineer and that's clearly connected to the project, and her infospec practices were sloppy. I want to know what Tritachyon was doing at this Alpha Site. Our best lead so far is this Khalees Astraea. Go to High Brazil and find out where she disappeared to. Someone must know where she's gone, or has some evidence of her intentions. Tritachyon watches everyone. Someone will be willing to sell you that information. Baird turns through the shaded Demon Matrix windows overlooking the annexes and concourses of the Galatia Academy. I'm sure that you can find her for me, Captain, just like you found Karus. Do you have any other leads? For now, Baird says no. Karus's team is working on something else that came up in the Calicor archive, but Baird, back still turned, rubs her spectacles thoughtfully. It would be premature for you to speculate. I shall let you know when I can be put to use, Captain. Do you have any idea what this research was for? I have a strong theory, says Provost Baird, but I don't want to bias your investigation. She gives you a look over her shoulder. Judging by the resources Tritachyon put into this project, it will either be a groundbreaking discovery or a vast disappointment. Gargoyle, do you have anything else? The hacker appears to speak, but is muted. Gargoyle's head gives Baird an annoyed look. I'm sure you can contact Gargoyle in your own time, Captain, she says without looking at you or at the holocom display. I love her. Takes no nonsense from anyone. Hey, Asmodee! Ciao, Brazil time. You should proceed, Captain. You feel the doors open behind you, a guard waiting to escort you from the office. Gargoyle, what up? What was that you were saying about Project Ziggurat? The Provost doesn't think it's important for Net to let me explain, Gargoyle scoffs. Maybe you should just fly off to High Brazil without knowing anything about the name of the one crackpot weapons engineer. No, go ahead. I'll wait. Tell me how it goes. The silence draws out for nearly 3 seconds before Gargoyle starts ranting again. Imagine letting you con me into the data heist of a lifetime. Set a nice fire under the High Hegemon's chair, didn't it? Then I decrypt the precious archive of the guy whose job she stole, and not asking what she thought of the contents, which I read, mostly. Can you believe it? Typical. She thinks she knows everything. I would like to hear about what you found, Gargoyle. Gargoyle looks up at you. Yeah? I value your expertise. Damn it. Fine, I'm sure you'll do great. Make Barrett's very happy, lots of credits. Damn it, click the wrong one. Gargoyle looks at you darkly. You'll never be like Karus to her, you know. You're just muscle, a tool, a killer. Once you've served your purpose... Oh, damn it. I value your expertise. Thank you, Captain. Project Ziggurat. Now that's a story. The logs were scrubbed pretty hard before even Calicor got them. I mean, there are logs between the Tritach contacts and Calicor, but then there's a whole other set of internal Tritach comms. Must have had some good connections, probably a mole or 3. Those execs would throw each other out of the airlock in a second if they thought it'd boost their own career. And it might. Anyway, Gargoyle leans in, speaking with a quiet drama. Project Ziggurat scared them. If you read between the lines, the hacker makes a self-satisfied expression. The initial phase of the project utilized a handful of AI cores of various grades. Guess what? Self-deleted. Tritachyon thinks they're not supposed to be able to do that, but wobbly hand gesture, negotiable. Amazing what seemingly innocuous hardware can be made to do when you think outside the box. But what makes an AI delete itself? Gargoyle leans in closer. Whatever Project Ziggurat is, that's what. Spooky, right? You give me a lot to think about. You're welcome, Captain. Bye. Can you help me find Khalees Astraea? You asked. Oh, joy of joys. Gargoyle rocks back and forth, as if in the throes of ecstasy. Easy, boy. That's all it takes. Asking nicely, you know, it's not everyone who can break themselves to do that. Gargoyle smiles spitefully, then pauses, visibly calms down, and puts on a facade of professionalism. It is an honor to assist you with this mission, Captain. I will do my duty to my utmost. Good. You can help? The officer act is dropped as the hacker picks up a datapad. This doesn't have to be difficult. It's Tritac. They'll sell anything. Just ask my buddy Arroyo. He's a Tritac goon top to bottom. He'll know who to bribe. Gargoyle tosses the datapad onto the desk, looking satisfied. Glad I could help, Captain. I'm sure I'll prove essential to your success. Thank you. Cool. Anyway, any more missions for us to get here? Let's talk to everyone, why not? After a short hail, your connection critical. Hello, Captain, Carus says, her attention on a flickering bank of holographic data tables. I'm sorry, I'm so busy. What is it you need? Has Gargoyle been helpful? Oh, very helpful, she says with a smile. You get just a really different perspective from Gargoyle. There are so many assumptions, invisible little things we do, as an institutional organization without realizing, and, well, and also the technical stuff, like code. It's been, a bit strange, and teamwork in the traditional sense is mostly out of the question. But if you find a little self-contained project for Gargoyle, it can work out great. Thank you for all you've done for us. It could have gone very poorly. You think Baird can be trusted? She looks at you for a moment and sighs. You know she'll probably listen to this, right? Well, she knows how I feel. I'm not going to pretend I believe otherwise. I don't like a lot of what she does and how she does it, but everyone else is worse. Say what you will about the Provost. She's effective. It's better than the alternative. The alternative? I don't know, she says. Making weapons for the hegemony? Sector collapse to pre-hyperdrive levels? Torturing AI shards for Tritech? I couldn't do that. I don't even know what the Luddites would make of me. Cruz gives a laugh. Put me in a nunnery probably might not be so bad. Cool. Let me drink a bit. Can Barrick be trusted? Hell no. It's gonna be an Omega core. See, I'm thinking about that. I'm thinking it's gonna be an Omega thing. It'd be really cool if they brought in an Omega into the game. Right, the High Brazil it is. Spoilers. Monthly income, a bunch of money. Kusa is making money hand over fist right now. Holy mother of moly, that place is making a bunch of money right now. Yeah, you are. Yes, you are. Income multiplier. It's for the whole place, that's why. It's for everything. Everything gets multiplied. Oh my god, it's amazing. It's raining cosmic gold. It is raining cosmic gold. You know what? Battle station midline. Bam. Start working on that, baby. You start working in your own battle station, possibly. Actually, can I afford that? Well, we've had one, so we'll build a high-tech one here. Get that stability up as well. It was Omega. I can only assume it streamed red versus blue at them until they topped themselves. Right. The High Brazil. TTS Guild and Good. Where are we at? We're here. We want to go to High Brazil's over there. Bum 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 bum. It's so nice to have Audio Plus again. I can't remember who it was. Someone mentioned it in the YouTube comments and said, like, have you got Audio Plus running? It's like, I don't have Audio Plus running. Criminal, that is. Absolutely criminal. I thought we wanted to go to Kalan. I thought we were going to Kalan. And we're going to Brace. What color would Omega mean? Green, purple, white? I'm hoping for green. Polka dots. Purple with white polka dots. What's up, Ochubraze? I'm docking at you with a Brilliant in my fleet. What is up? Let's see. What can we fit you with here? Illegal to sell. Yep, they will not. You cannot sell. You cannot sell. To be fair, out of all people, Tritachyon would buy this. Tritachyon would buy this. It's a rainbow core. I want it to be a rainbow core. Absolutely, it'd be amazing. Right, what can we give you? Auto pulse. Really? No, this isn't Kalan, that's why. This is rubbish. This is not Kalan. That is the problem. And take that, take that. It's not ideal, but it's stuff we're working with. What range are we looking at here? 700 range, give or take. Arbalists would only have... Got it. I haven't got to the point where I'm using thumpers, have I? Please tell me I've not got to the point where I'm using thumpers. Unironically. That shield efficiency is insane! Oh my god, that shield tanking is beautiful. I've got, what, 16 left over. 2 Arbalists would solve the problem. Although I'm running out of things. I haven't got stuff to put in here, that's the problem. I have not got stuff to put in there, so. The Iron Pulsar in there for the time being. Max that out. That's what you're working with right now. Let's name you, though. Let's give you a name. Who is going to get a name, huh? Who's going to get a name? Pick random user. We have a name. We have a name! Rindu. You see this shield strike's pretty good. Oh, we still hit it. He got hit by absolutely everything. One bot, give us the name. That was the name. Bot wants to announce. Bot is a little bit slow. That was the name. That was the name that turned up. If any, by the way, if you are named after any of these ships, let me know and I'll change your name into something you want. It doesn't have to be your name. That's just the name that I put there. So if you have a name that you want to be your ship to be called, I can change it as well. Right, let's have a chat here, shall we? It's a raid. Oshu Braze. No, we're good. See, hang on. You haven't got much here. There you go. Lazy bot. Right. Talk to Ryan Arroyo. This better be good. Ryan Arroyo looks over disapprovingly. Remind me to take you shopping for a proper suit. I know a guy who could do wonders. Is it you asking or Provost Baird? He says in a tone that says he thinks it's Baird. Doesn't matter. Slaps a hand on his desk and looks off, chewing on the problem. So, Tritachyon employee, huh? It's not terribly hard to pry data out of HR, to say nothing of franchise policy immunity services. You know to ask, and how. He manages a half smile, and you're me. And he turns back to face you. After taking some real heat from that last misbegotten crash down the operation you pulled, I'm going to need a little favor before I can help Baird. What kind? It's a gift, is what it is. He says, dead easy. I just need someone else to do it. Here. Arroyo taps a key and a data transfer interface overlays your comm view. He's sending an archive containing a series of comm recordings. This is a series of fake comm messages in which some leaky subcontractor proves that I was part of the conspiracy to hack the hegemony relay in Aztlan. Take this to someone. I don't care who. Someone semi-important in some pirate organization or other. Try Dawn or go to Karis in the IMA system. Doesn't matter. Have them blackmail me with these messages. Why are you leaking evidence against yourself? Vindication. Royal holds his hands palms up, eyebrows raised, waiting for you to understand his scheme. After a moment, he shakes his head and sighs. Look, they're bad fakes. I spoofed a contract ID and bid low on this junk. Didn't even send the final payment. Hegemony spies and Tritachyon partner relations, or Tritachyon Pather relations, like really? Are already sniffing after me, so if it looks like a junior exec vulture smelled blood and was coming after my operation by manufacturing dirt, well, it raises some questions about the veracity of the entire accusation. Doesn't matter how flimsy my PR team gets an angle to work. You see? Sure. Wonderful. Can't wait to see who you choose. So, You have the files. Go find a pirate who will try to exploit me for all I'm worth. Sell the comm fakes to any highly placed pirate. How about some credits to help this job along? Alright, box left. After what Gargoyle chiseled me for you on your behalf? Not happening. Goodbye, Captain. I'll have the Australia files for you after some roach-eating brigand shows up on my comm trying to blackmail me. Cool. That's some real 4D chess. Oh, Dawn is right there. Hang on. Karis was an option, wasn't it? Is there a difference where I go? Because I kind of want to go Karis just because it seems like shenanigans. See what Karis can do for us. All this is completely bypassed. See, I like stories. I'll always pick I'll always pick the option that gives me the more story, especially now because the story is fantastic. Wara. I work on Kanta. I don't need to right now. I don't really need to shop, but maybe. All right. So, do I have codes to sell? No, I got to talk to somebody. War boss. Offer to sell Arroyo's fake blackmail material. You pitch the material to the pirate. A series of recorded comm calls between Ryan Arroyo and various parties selling up and carrying out a job to hack the Aslan relay. The hegemony would pay well for this, or someone well positioned in Tritachyon. Why not dream big? Why not sell it to both? As the pirate considers your offer, and you can see the logic of the situation working across his face. I'm going to make you an offer, he says, a menacing smile growing in his face. Transmit everything you've got now, or I have my gang blow you out of the sky. Brave words for someone with a war fleet behind them. The pirate leans back and tries to give you a knowing smile. I see this isn't your first time negotiating with an intelligent operator like myself. You're an idiot. My threat was simply a ruse to see if you were serious. And you passed the test, he says, leaning forward again. I'm going to make you an offer and you're going to take it because you're going to pay me 12,000 credits. I accept, he says without hesitation, and wipes the sweat from his brow. Transferring credits now. Transferring data now. With the data transfer complete, you watch as the pirate browses the blackmail material on his datapad with a hungry look on his face. This is... Oh yes, very good. Wait till they see. It'll be... He sees to notice you again. I believe you've made a fine deal, Captain. Let's never speak of this again, yes? Cool. I can raid. I need to go shopping here. Actually, hang on. Let's have a quick look at your stability. Your stability's reasonable. There's no temporary modifiers on it, so I guess we can just go ahead and raid you for something. I've got heavy batteries. It's just amusing. But you don't have supplies or food. You're literally useless to me. You haven't got supplies or fuel, so you live this time. I don't need drugs. Is that a bounty for a lot of money? That was a bounty for a lot of money. They're both in Spira. Hello. Hi, Paragon. I was wondering when we'd see one of your lot. $35 days to get there. How far away is that? 12 days at base burn. We can get there easily enough. Let's find out. I'm curious. Are we prepared? I'll save as well. Are we prepared to do that? Actually, where were we? Orbiting a gas giant in a black hole system. So it could either be Gualichu or Epsilon Spira. We'll go to Epsilon Spira first. Let's see if we can take on a Paragon. That is a lot of herons. That is a lot of herons. You tell no lies. That is a lot of herons. Oh, God. Slow storm, slow storm, slowy, slowy storm. 30 needler kites. Fine. Gas giant orbiting a black hole. I've been in here, I can find out. Ice giant, gas giant. So it could be orbiting this place. In which case, I'm actually going to jump in over this place. This is an ice giant. You can be in system before anything happens. His mom likes me. I can't remember that one. I don't remember that one at all. Are you here? I own the sensor array. Funny. No, it's not here. Damn it. Wrong one. Money! I'm assuming you have a gas giant then. You do have a gas giant. Right, what do we got here? Money-wise. You have 87 days on you. You have 57 days on you. If we win this fight, I'll upgrade you to Orbital Works. There you are. Jesus, nothing but carriers. Not only is it 6 herons, it's also 5 drovers. That's a lot of carrier. It's literally a Paragon, an Apogee, and the Harbinger, and 11 carriers. Oh my god. That's with commerce. That's with commerce, Bjorn. That's why I'm making a minute for that. Got enough PD? Probably not. That's why I saved. You are worth 20. They're both here? We're fighting them at once. We're fighting them at the same time. Sure, why not? Why not? Oh, Christ. Oh, bless. Okay, well, situation is... Whew. Okay. Old.
Have confidence.
No confidence.
No confidence.
Dog is best. Dog is best. That is perfect for moments like this. I got that because it's literally like ideal for my hubris. That is the ideal thing for my hubris. Have confidence. No confidence. What did I miss? Who wants to tell him? What am I fighting? Everything. Okay, let me go. Oop. Hi, Para. I didn't even check what you had. That's how bad I am. I didn't actually check what the Para has. Because what the Para has actually is relevant. Overkill much there, Doom? You so-and-so? Don't you just drop my systems? I shouldn't even be here. I should not be. I should be dealing with the Paragon. Quadruple auto pulse. Okay, that's what you got. And heavy needlers. That's nice. Damn it, it's a well-stocked Paragon. Yeah. Not a bad call, that. Avoid the Paragon for a bit. Kill everything else first. Pop what you can, basically, until you can't anymore. I'm outranging you? How am I outranging you? There you go. I was gonna say, what the hell, dude? There's no way I'm outraging a Paragon. That doesn't happen. I think I'm... I can't outrage you. It's built in. The Avoid Order is not helping here. The Avoid Order is not helping here. Well, honestly, if you want to deal with everything else first... Right, fine. Let's deal with other things first. Hold fire. I need to vent some flux before we do anything else here. Right. Oh my god. Okay. God damn it, Doom. Honestly, this is a numbers problem more than anything else. Please don't be there, Doom. You know what I'm not? What died first? What died first? Because I think it was a sympathetic explosion. I'm not sure who died first. Yeah, I think the Doom got killed by the explosion.
Bonk. Bonk, bonk, bonk.
Oh, from a bloody drover as well. Well, that frees up some space for us then. Honestly, that's a voider just not working out for me. People get too scared about running away. Okay, that drover needs to die. Really quite badly. Because that Crow is just putting... That drover's annoying me with cobras now. Hey guys, we really need to give you orders here. Like, I don't want you to ignore, I don't want you to avoid it, but I want you to attack other things. Don't forget the Arara. Did I miss an Arara? I guess I missed an Arara. Arara. Like stuff like Ara-Aras and like are not they don't actually even go into the rewards log, so it's better to get that when I'm paying attention to the chat. I'll still try to follow it up if I can, but it's better to do it while I'm paying attention to chat, because that's more likely to get seen and done and dealt with immediately. Alright, that's you down at least. It's a Fury down. Paragon's been killing things left, right, and center. You know what? Oh, still not enough. Damn. What's that? We have 17 points spare. 17 points spare. Okay. Jesus, how you? Where are you? No. You. Deal with that. You stop worrying about it. Kind of alone at the moment. Can you pressure it down now? Dude, I need your Mark 9s, please. I really need your Mark 9s here. I need you to like not be messing around with me and just put your Mark 9s in there, please. You have two massive kinetic guns there. I need them to be shooting forwards. Oh dear, Bosco's a Luddite. You are under orders to kill that thing, right? God damn it. 15. Eliminate orders, you son of a bitch. If you're gonna make me do it, you're gonna make me do it. Kill it. There you go. Turns out if you focus on it, you start doing damage to the damn thing. You have more than enough pressure, just start using it. I'm gonna have to revisit the officer. I'm out of locusts, damn. You know what? You can come in and have some fun, as can you. Oh my god. The amount of shepherds that must be tearing down. Right. No command points available, damn. Sorry for the reason. If they do stuff. Right. Yeah, you're not really inspiring that confidence in me, but you've got some really good guns there, but your lack of you not using them has really put a crimp in my appreciation for you right now. Oh god, bombs from behind. Trike down. Drover down. Fleet is defeated. Fleet is defeated. Full assault. Oh, they pull it off. It's 7 years of experience and being very, very, very stubborn. Being exceedingly stubborn. That's what that is. We lost the lasher and all that. I'll say what, if I manage to get the Paragon, it's all be worth it. If I got the Paragon, it was all worth it. If I got the Paragon, we were laughing. Because this fight is going to be worth 400,000, I think, because it's 250 for one, 150 for the other one, give or take, plus the rewards of the actual just winning the fight is going to be about 400,000. But if you get the Paragon, that's like $1 million right there. Ow. Assuming I killed the other bounty. Was it 150 and 50? Sure. No, the Paragon was 250. The Paragon was 250, I know that for sure. I'm not sure what the other one was. I'm not sure if the other one was 150 or just 100. Did we kill the other... Good point, did we actually kill the other... No, we didn't. Are you re-engaging? You're re-engaging. Brilliant, glorious. We get a chance to shoot at you again. Bring some fresh friends. You know, guess what? We outnumber you this time. So screw you. PTSD's broken mule. Like, this is nothing compared to the Shikomi fleet I've faced in the past. Oh my god, that Shikomi fleet. I guess the Mora is probably Mora probably is a bit much. Didn't have to bring you in here. But you got fresh PPT and you've got 40%, you're fine. We'll set up a assault there. Assault there. Make sure we get those on hand. Push up, come on. Where are you? Okay, target is you, and you, and you, and you. Oh, I'm out of missiles. I remember. Oh yeah, I'm out of missiles. Dude? That's an engage order, not an eliminate order. That eliminate order can go away for now. We've caused it to fall back. Cute. Really, really aggressive drover there. Sneak it past the shields. Sneak it past the shields. Heron destroyed, Heron destroyed. Oop, I'm a little bit high on the flux. Like, Scarab down. So you down there. Ah. Chase it down. Stop it into... Kill its engines. Kill its engines, come on. There you go, thank you. Afflicted, retreated, Heron disabled, Heron retreated. I'll take that. Thank you very much. Right. Right, the retreat. Ship recovery. You, and you. Hang on. Wait a second. Hell yeah, I don't give a crap. Fury can jump in as well, but we're definitely taking you with us. Are you kidding me? Are we taking you? We're definitely... There you are. The greatest shields and structural damage, but that will get repaired over time. But you beauty. Hello, precious.
Another volunteer?
Hey, L3 Legalt? Thank you for the follow, much appreciated. Right, grab all that. So 250, 253 and 113 of us there. Indeed. Very much yeet. Screw you guys. Get wrecked. Sunshine. Was that my apogee or their apogee? Yeah, not now. What actually died? Hang on, what actually died? We got our apogee here. What else did we lose, by the way? Did I get everything back that we lost? I lost 4 ships. I lost... The Fury died, we got you back. The Lasher died, we got you back. The Doom died, we got you back. What was the 4th ship that we lost? Doom Lasher, yes. Fury, yes. Oh yes, the Falcon. Yes, cool. Yeah, we got them all back. I could have just checked the ones that have 0 hull. That makes more sense, doesn't it, anyway? Yes, check the thing that has 0 hull. How under strength am I? Not that much. Not that much under strength. Cool. Anyway, let's so if that's not mine, I'll get the supplies for it then. Okay. Money, money, money. We said we were going to do something. Right? We said we were going to... What was I going to do? Upgrade this to orbital works. Get that working. I think that was a profitable little fight. I mean, it was definitely a challenge. How much was there? 793 supplies to get this up and running again. You're military, but you don't provide. Really? Let's just drop. Let's go shopping. I go shopping. You go shopping. Let's just drop. This is gonna take. We're low on fuel, relatively, and that's gonna take most of our supplies to fix up. So, shopping time. Ah, we got plenty of supplies. Try saying shopping at the Lost Astropolis a few times fast. Shopping at the Lost Astropolis. Shopping at the Lost Astropolis. Yeah, you're right. Managed to do it twice. That. A Centurion class heavy frigate. What's up, buddy? Is it because I've got a... Come on. Are you having doubts? Is that what's happening here? Are you going like... Am I gonna do this? Leave. Okay, sure. That was weird. I was like, what? I was trying to think, like, what on earth are they stopping me for? You captains to be reassigned? No, I've got no idle officers. Hey, hang on, what have you got? Yeah, look at you. You're aggressive, really. Is that what you are? Are you really? Because frankly, those Mark 9s didn't fire against that Paragon anywhere near as much as I would have liked them to. Press X to doubt, indeed. Massive X's in chat, because I don't believe that in the slide. Where are we looking at? Where's Dawn? Sorry, lost the drop over. Oh, we're dropping in next to... Hey, Myrath. Ooh, degrade life support of Day Sleeper. Okay, cool. Right? Abandoned Astropolis. Wrong Astropolis. Hey, Myrath. Repair up, thanks. What do you want? If you... Here, have some metal. Have some... shoddy weapons I don't care for. I have about 100 or so heavy machinery. Cool. Ciao. I like some people. I can't shop for people elsewhere, so I might as well shop for people here. Cool. Appreciate it. Right. Or my supplies and fuel shopping will be done here in Los Astropolis. Can this actually desieve? I mean, it's a station in space. It's not a planet. Can it actually desieve? I mean, no, that's my question to you. Can stations desieve? My raid contributes to stability. If it can't, it's a permanent. Exactly. If it can't do that, it's a permanent shopping center. Supplies. Bunch of supplies. Weak. Thank you. December 21st, December 22nd. Let's wait a bit. Let's give an extra day. Wait. 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 Not quite. Merry Christmas. For Christmas, I'm buying some fuel. For Christmas, we're going to be getting some fuel. And, for Boxing Day, I want some more fuel as well. Oh, fine. Wait an hour or so. Jesus. Ah, I've killed your fuel supply. Thanks, I'll just take... Literally, you have not much left now. Yeah, we've wrecked your supplies, haven't we? Do I feel guilty? Nah, I don't feel guilty at all. Now... Minus 10 from recent unrest. What do they do there? Just... I've definitely had stations D7, not possible about vanilla. Okay. Well, it's not ideal. I wanted to get more stuff, but it'll do. What are we doing plot-wise right now? Oh, we're going back to High Brazil, right? I need to go back home to basically... I need to outfit the thing back home. The thing? The thing, sure, why not? The thing. Yeah, the para at home. This reminds me, this soundtrack reminds me a lot of Super Metroid. Or Metroid games in general, but Super Metroid specifically. Not sure why. Not completely. I haven't been home yet to fully equip the Brilliant, but we're doing pretty well so far. It's got some missing slots in it, but it's got the best I could do in short notice. What I do want to see what get our hands on is... We'll grab some of this. Grab some of... we've got plenty of hills. What I want is some... What I want is some tachyon lances. But you don't seem to be wanting to give me any. I'll go to... We're in Kalan. Kalan is exactly the place for it. This is the military area. Well... Achu Braze... Nope. Boo. Fine. Right. Arroyo seems genuinely amused when he answers the comms. Ah, Moon West, my ruthless blackmailer returns. He pauses for a moment and chuckles to himself while scrolling through the datapad. You should see the things they're saying about me. You'd think they'd caught me on a hollow in the High Hegemon's private quarters having a... He looks up. Business, yes. Business, of course. He tosses the datapad to the side. You wanted the file. You wanted the life of Kelly's Astrea. I didn't even have to bribe an admin of Kulan Starforge for this. Would you believe that we worked together 4 cycles ago? There's a story there, but let me tell you about the weapons engineer. Royo takes on a distant look of a cyber org interfacing with a hypernet. With tech words interfacing with the tech words. With a nod, Arroyo summons a personnel file to overlay your comms link, displaying details on the life of Khalees Astrea. See, it was life of Khalees Astrea. A bit of an eccentric are Khalees, Arroyo says, but you can get the details later. Relevant bit is here. Looks like she was contracting on the side for a Tritachyon Black project, one of them anyway, and was asked to go on site full time, left a convincing resignation, and booked a starship, the Hamatsu, Venture Class. That one's made more than a few trips out of the core worlds, scavenging special ops, a few jobs for the company here and there. Can you tell me more about the Hamatsu? Let's see. It looks like Astrea requested special modifications. Expensive ones. I'm guessing some of this is a little extra to keep things quiet. No specs on these modifications, however. Lazy work by whoever was doing the spying. Looks like the ship left the Hybrazil system and turned its transponder off somewhere before jumping out. Doesn't necessarily mean anything, but... Arroyo considers for a moment, then pages the file ahead. But what? They don't want to be followed, says Arroyo, looking somewhere off comms. I would assume the flight plan logged with the port authority is worthless. Someone has to know something, though. The Hamatsu is owned by one Callisto Ibrahim. He looks up. Heard of her? No? Bit of a reputation. My former partner hired her once a while back. She lied up and down on her credentials, but it worked out. Respect the con. Anyway, she's operating a few small fleets out of Agrias in the Arcadia system these days. Oro's eye twitches in a certain way and the display records disappear. Well, Moonwest, that was fun. I forwarded the files. If I were you, I'd like to get some information out of Ibrahim. She seems like someone who knows how to do business if the pay is right. Royo sits back. Now I have a reputation to obscure, if you don't mind. Good thing finding your engineer. Good luck finding your engineer. Remember, I don't want to hear any more about this. The last thing I need is some company director on my case because you're stepping on their pet black project. With that, he terminates the link, leaving you in the company of a spinning Tritachyon logo. Oof. Was that a BP in the black market? Yeah, I think I sold one to them. I did this, I basically sold me the info without ever doing the pirate stuff. Not sure if it's having high Tritech relations that did it or what. Would be cool. I mean, it's nice that it takes that into consideration. It's nice that it has that thing of like if you work on doing Tritech stuff, the Tritech people will just help you rather than be all like mercenary about it. Right, so we need to go to Arcadia, but I want to go home. What time is it? 20 minutes. Arcadia it is. New Intel 2. What? Wink. Winky face. My dude, I fought off a Paragon. You're being hailed by a Luddic Church fleet. The comms flicker and stabilize. The serious look of a Luddic knight appears before you, dotted by hollow snow. You are here, just as Brother Cotton foretold, he says. I meet you, Moonwest, and in my right hand I hold the hammer of Lud, and in my left hand I wield the sword. Will you repent and turn from the path of evil to follow the blessed path of Lud? There seems to be some barely restrained expectation behind his words. Slow anger distilled over years into a force made by what? Do I know you? Your worship of the twin evils Moloch and Mammon is not unseen by the path, Moonwest. A wheeled eye spins, and it is fiery and it is filled with judgment. Is that what that is? The wheeled eye? Huh. Now I know. Know that servants of Moloch can be bought. You consort with betrayers. Those with no faith in their heart will sell their erstwhile comrades. Do you think Tritakian only provides information to your ilk? They know no loyalty but that of brooded silver, blooded silver. I wish to repent and follow the path of Lud. The knight's face is stony. Prove your devotion now. Unburden your soul of Mammon's shackles. Transfer 81,000 credits into the tithe to the path of Lud. He pauses, then says smugly, remember that it is a sin to swear false oath, Moonwest. The knight's brow furrows. Just a little. Like he knows your answer already, savoring that he has caught you in a lie. You know what? Have the money. The console chimes and the rogue knight looks almost surprised and definitely a little disappointed. You have chosen, he says haltingly, but I'm still not sure if the path in your heart truly leads towards the path, or if this is the deceit of a coward who will give anything to save their own miserable life from judgment. The knight looks stoic once more. It is not time for me to decide now if your soul can be redeemed. It is not for any of us. But the worldly concern of your path? That is a burden chosen by Brother Cotton. Find him. If the light of Lud truly illuminates the path before you, you will know how. He looks away annoyed. Then you can be his problem. With that, the rogue knight snaps the comm's dark line dark. His face hangs in the air for just a moment as the bluish afterimage before fading to nothing. Brother Cotton? Is that a contact or something I can make it? I'm interested. Is it because I still interesting? Like that's cool. Like I don't need to attack you. It's kind of interesting. I want to see what happens here. I'm intrigued. Like 81,000 is nothing. I'm making 200,000 a month, which is why I paid up. If this was earlier in the game, we would have fought. But I'm making 200,000 a month. That's even without the orbital works built. Save just in case. Paid the something. Oh, you got hit by a storm. Bye, buddy. I wonder if Brother what's his name is in Tartessus. Anyway. Look, it's important to give to charity every once in a while, okay? There are those that are more needy than us, and sometimes you just have to... You have to, you know... You have to be grateful. Hey, a patrol. I've got a remnant ship with me. Is you okay with that? Cool. It's time for the church to give to the poor. Right, hang on. Let's have a quick gander. What can I do to outfit you? Because I know you're not ready. I know I haven't got the skills. I have not got the weapons for you. What hath you come with? It's a bit messy, but... Well, it's less than ideal, but we're working towards something here. What do you got here? Tack lances, tack lances, tack lances. What have I got with me? Tack lasers there. I keep saying tack lances, I meant tack lasers. What else have we got? Missiles. Putting an iron beam there isn't a bad call. I just need another one. I just need another one over there. This is not final. This is just so it's around. Yes, so you could join Avagor. One of the best officer pictures there is. I don't think it's used as an officer, but I wanted it to be put in with the mod. I can't remember who did it, but it was the captain skin. This is essentially an alpha core with a fake nose and a mustache. Oh, tell me straight up. Indeed, it is not. Yeah, the alpha core with a little hat on. You know, I used it in one of my previous series. I can't remember what it is. But that's like the perfect thing to have as an officer with an alpha core. It's an alpha core just using those like fake nose glasses with a mustache and bushy eyebrows. It's like, no, this is just Kevin. He's special, right? It's not ideal, but it'll keep for now. I'll rename you something when we get back to base, when I finalized your stuff. Anyway, Callisto Ibrahim, what up? Hello, this is Callisto Ibrahim of Ibrahim Interstellar Transport and Salvage. She frowns and looks at you, assessing. If you're looking for work, I've got all the pilots I need right now, but I can take your comms ID in case anything comes up. Ask about the Hamatsu. She narrows her eyes. Is this about Khalees Estrella? It is, isn't it? How'd you know? Don't even get me started, Ibrahim teased. She chartered my ship for some hush-hush salvage operation, supposedly. She stresses that last word with disbelief. And she comes in demanding highly unusual notifications with potentially dangerous hyperdrive field interactions. Well, I got her to throw in a fair chunk of hazard pay in a rush fee, and a bit more to keep quiet about like she wanted. You don't sound very quiet. Yeah, she scowls, because I consider disappearing with my favorite starship a pretty big breach of contract. I'll tell whoever I damn well please. For all I know, she ran my Hamatsu into a black hole for some kind of Tritakian boondoggle search for a more efficient drive field to license back to us poor spacers just trying to get by. Ibrahim takes a couple of deep breaths. So do I need to as well. Then turns to you, a little calmer. What's your interest in this? I need to find out where she went. I'll tell you what, I want to find her too. There'll be something in it for you if you can get me anything to go on. I'll go looking for myself, but... Ibrahim waves a hand through the air. Business, bureaucracy, and other commitments. Something like that, you assume. Better yet, find me the Hamatsu and bring it back to me. She closes her eyes, looking pained. In one piece, I hope. I've got a lot of memories in that old piece of space junk. Let me get you started. My captain on the Hamatsu sent an encrypted flight plan before they left space dock. After finishing the modifications, she taps the desk at the console. A hyperspace nav overlay appears. Hybrazil is here, and the Hamatsu had fueled up and planned to travel to Gamma Elysia. Whether they made it, I don't know. Outer systems, no hypercom coverage. They could have changed course. That rad-addled Tritech engineer was tight-lipped about her intentions and ensured that her contract had my captain bound to follow changes Ensured that the contract had my captain bound to follow changes in flight plan by her order. Ibrahim swipes the display away and it is replaced by a schematic of the Hamatsu with certain additions to the drive field inductors highlighted. These are the modifications she had done. If we're agreed that you'll find the Hamatsu for me, Captain. She looks at you, waiting for an answer. I'll find it. Ibrahim nods, frowning. It would mean a lot. She returns her focus to the schematics, zooming in. I've had my text how to look. It seems to be an addition, an enhancement to the drive field. Press a button and it pumps in a lot of energy all at once, pushes the envelope to a strange harmonic. Theoretically, it won't do anything hazardous to the ship, but messing with the default settings on hyperdrive is never a good way to stay in this business. Or alive. Ibrahim shakes her head. I had figured. Tritakian engineer? Maybe she knows what she's doing and I could get a cut in on it? What a fool I was. Anyway, I've sent you the schematics in case it helps with the search. That's all I have, Captain. She says, not hopeful, but resigned. All I can say is burn hard, burn bright. I like that. Oh wow, I actually stumbled across the Hamatsu. I thought it was just a random raiding quest. It's cool. Some alpha core is a dude without a body. You know, the head got cut off once. It's an alpha core. Give us an alpha core, that's slander. Right, let's go back home. Let's head home. Let's head home to refit some ships. There are multiple ships that need refitting right now. I'm curious about the dialogue for all this. If you find the ships first, then come talk to her. Good point. Well, if Bjorn gets to this point, Bjorn can tell us what happens. Can't you, Bjorn? Oh yeah, I missed the soundtrack. I must go back to the YouTube comments and thank whoever reminded me about Audio Plus. Because the music made by the modders, because I believe Audio Plus is a mixture of Blackrock, Exigency, and Mayoret music, I think? I gave it back and she was like, oh wow, thanks for finding my ship. I thought it was lost. Oh cool, that's nice. Oh, it's my neck. You could have heard that. I'm assuming you heard that. Every once in a while I kill myself with my neck cracking, but it's fine. It's totally fine. May have deleted the file before I was finished with the questline because mods came out. I don't think I've deleted... I think I only delete stuff when I'm done with it, really. High tech is ready. Hurrah! Which means extra stability here as well. Like the 7 stability. Nice. I hear it, but I thought it was the table breaking in half. So these Nemo Alpha cores don't have necks. The greatest shield is gone on you. Oh, you legend. You beauty. Only one thing left. Actually, how many demons have I got left in the fleet? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 demons left in the fleet. 10 months. I'm gonna have to refuel here in a large amount, but it'll be fine. Yeah. We know. Turns out now this fleet actually consumes a lot of fuel when it travels. Fuel consumption is considerable. Welcome home. Drop stuff off.
Volunteer.
Burnt Pies, thank you for the follow. You mean you weren't following already? Shocking. I have 1 tachyon lance here. I haven't even got a spare hill? What? You can't even haven't got a spare hill. You're definitely joshing me that I have not got a spare hill here. Are you kidding me? Really? Have I found a priest? I have not. No. Actually, have I? Good point. Can't remember.
Another volunteer.
No, I've got no capital blueprints whatsoever. Right, anyway, let's fit out you first of all because you weren't actually ready for this. What were we thinking about doing here? Was it? It was. You're running 700 range on this thing. I could put the pulsar there for 500 range. Give what? Have I got? I've not been keeping my arbalists like a fool. Like a fool, I've not been keeping my arbalists. I have a high-tech PP packet. I have got. Do I? Where? See ya, buddy. I learned it. I guess I could make stuff. Yeah, because I'm. Yeah. There you go. I can make a couple of hills. What else do you want to use here? Anything else that's specifically looking interesting for me? A couple of graviton beams I've got, I think. A build up. Fleet refits you. Gives me what? Gives me 27 to play around with. 27 is 13 twice. So pair of hoods. Pair of hoods. Pair of hoods. Pair of mark is there. There you go. Rindu set up. Rindu is set up. It's in your brain. Brain! My PPT is running low. That's pretty much it. My PPT's... Right. So once the hills come in, I'll put the hills in here. I can't even do 4 of that, so put the hills in there. What do I want? Where are they? I wanted... How many have I got? There. PD. Ion beam. Graviton beam. Once I get a chance, we can put the advanced optics in. Once I got a tachyon lens, I'll put advanced optics in. But until then, I don't need that. Flux distributor, yeah. Like this class of suppression. Class of suppression. It should be classed as oppression, is what it should be classed as. And I mean, these are cute. But I want the range that an HPD gives me. If I put tachyon lances there, leave the hills on the side, and I can remove that. Stabilized shields is definitely worth it here. You definitely want stabilized shields, because if your shields ever go down in the Paragon, you're doing it wrong. Accelerated shields, helpful but not totally required. Is that there? Replace the magazines with advanced optics. Armor weapon mounts. Tachyon, hill. 5 weapon mounts. No, what is it? Advanced search arrows. To counteract that. Basically, because we got as many using the advanced optics, as many beams as possible. Helpful. I'd be pretty surprised if someone fired attack less than me. It's not suppression, it's surprising. I mean, I can get the tachyon. I can't even get... Really? Are you kidding me that I only have 1 tachyon lens? For the love of God, someone remind me next time we see a tachyon lens, like on Friday or something. I've got to buy some. I gotta buy some. This is beyond a joke. This. You are speed 7. That's fine. You have an ox. It's technically. Oh my God! It's technically shield. Hang on. That is not worth it. That is worth it. That is not worth it. Change it to front shield conversion doesn't quite do it justice, I'm afraid. If it increased the speed in which if I could use front shield conversion front to equip it with yes, I can. I can, because it basically it works as a combined accelerated shields as well. Yeah. Screw that. Doing this here, I get essentially the same thing. For 3 extra OP, I get the equivalent of having both accelerated and stabilized. Yeah, I can remind myself of that as well. Yeah, it's true. I will do that. But the thing is, I can't read the combat log, the captain's log in combat. I'm using the captain's log mainly for stuff at the end of the episodes where I can go like, oh, okay, so next time we're doing this, this, and this. Alright, so example here. A captain's log. Get some tachyon. Captain's log. Plot. Front shield at 360. It's big. It's big. Essentially, at 360 arc anyway. Actually, to be honest, at 180 it's better. At 180 it's better. Actually, I'm at cap for sound alerts, Morthen. I only get 25, I think. So I think I can only put a couple more in. All you gotta do is use them.
Hey, listen.
Thank you. Yeah, because it's basically, if you're at 180, front shield would increase that to 360, means it expands twice as quickly, which is exactly the same as accelerated shields, and it's also the same thing as stabilized shields. Which means I've got 50. You know what? I'm going to name this. I'm going to call it there because my PPT is running out. But we have a Paragon, which is definitely going to be mine, by the way. No one else is touching this baby. Essentially, what's going to happen is I actually have 2 flagships. I'll swap between them as and when I need it. But let's give you a name before we end today. The last name of the day. What is the last name of the day going to be? Last name of the day is going to be... Ooh. See you, Day Sleeper. Have a good one. See if the bot says it first. Yep, it's Shanzival. Rindu has already been in, so it's Shanzival. Did you ever explain the donut hole? Because it runs a hyper collider? No, they're all mine. Why does it? It's a good point. Does it ever say why it's got that? I have patience to the bot. Yeah. I wanted to be the para. Didn't say it beforehand. Too late now. You can be a conquest or an onslaught. How about that? I'm gonna get around to it. For the fort shield. It could be the fort shield, yeah. Front conversion does not make shields rage faster. Okay, well let's find out. Hang on. Let's get your timing. Get your timers out. Hang on. Let me get my clock out. Rock out with my clock out. Stopwatch. Go. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. About 16, 17 seconds. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Twice as fast. Yeah, I got the ox. I've got an ox. It's a slow thing anyway, but it does work. In fact, I use it so often that when I had it off, I was genuinely surprised by how slow it was. Yeah, Fortress Shield when it turns purple. Fortress Shield, basically, it takes no damage. Was it 90% damage reduction or something like that? Is it 90% damage reduction or something stupid like that on Fortress mod? On Fortress Shields? Right, anyway. Let's do a save. And, I'll I'll call it there for now. I'll find someone to raid, but thank you very much, everyone, for hopping by. I have a shipwright. If I'm so in need of a tug. God, I'll do that now then, before I forget. Because I'll forget otherwise. Where are you? Just so I can remember who did it. Got it. There you go. Boom. Right. Okay. Let's find someone to raid now. Thank you very much, everyone, for hopping by. I'll be back tomorrow, probably with Vermintide 2. We're going to be trying out the new Chaos Waste stuff on Vermintide 2, which is like randomly generated, like road-light stuff. In Vermintide 2. And then Wednesday is More Dominions 5. See if you can carry on with that, see if you can break a little bit further. Friday, Starsector, and Saturday I'm streaming We Were Here with Kenny. So we're going to be basically yelling at each other. Let's find if we can raid somebody though. Who be streamings now? Who be streamings now? That's my own stream. I don't need to hear my own stream. Thank you very much. Ooh! Darren's doing Kenshi. Hell yeah! Darren, you legend. Yeah, absolutely. We're doing Kenshi now. We've done Mountain Blade in space. Now we're doing Mountain Blade in like desert Japan area. So yeah, let's dump on Darren. Darren is a great wizard. And I'll catch you all tomorrow, folks. Also for the desert. Yeah. Thank you very much. That's enough to finish my bottle off. Alright, folks, I'll catch you all I'll catch you tomorrow, hopefully. If not, I'll catch you next time I see you. Have a good one. Bye-bye.